saw it and I was like, wow, this is cool. And I'm like, she's like, I'm Brocarde. And I'm like, no way. So it's a very crazy synchronicity, weird moment.
Yeah. And then,
oh my God, yes.
And the people that have been in the industry the longest, weirdly, seem to be the loveliest, down-to-earth, willing to do anything.
Well, that's not me. I survived by being a complete curmudgeon, which means just a grumpy.
Okay.
No. Yeah, I think it's some of the personalities, some of the people you got to deal with. It attracts people that are almost criminals in a way. So I've been ripped off a lot, man. Like, you know, I'm not gonna name anybody, but like, I don't pop corks, which mean like, you know, I don't make these grandiose celebrations about stuff, because the higher you go with that, then you're gonna go lower. So it's just like, yeah, I was good, you know, like let's try to stay.
I can't meditate. I sit there meditating, thinking that I should be meditating.
That's fine though.
That's
like, that's what's good about like TM is like you just let your mind do everything, and eventually
I'm like new artist energy, so I'm like, I want
yeah, you're not maybe not be in that state now.
But I've been through it. Like, I've seen the horrible side. I've met all of the douchebags. I've had all the horrible experiences, but I'm still gonna rule the world. I'm like, because you have to believe it. I should achieve nothing. Like, if I'm like,
actually, of course.
I'm like, oh.
Like she had us deceived for years. Like she show pictures of her and her husband and their family. Like I was like, wow, they're really doing well. Like we do for years, and then it's just like, hey, we're getting a divorce. It's just like, what was it like? Oh, he was a complete, he was cheating on me, and like, I hated him, and he's a narcissist. I was like, then why are you posting this stuff for years? Like everything is great, Like I'm not going to mention any names, but there's been very successful artists and guys that you thought had this amazing life, and they wound up like committing suicide. So it's like, or drugging themselves to death. It's like, why are they like that? It's just because of that stuff. It's back when I grew up, like you never got any positive, like from your parents or from anybody. It's like, I went to Catholic school too, so it's like it was always like you're going to hell, you're terrible, you're just like a rotten kid. Like that's what you heard all your life. So.
So, I'm here with Tommy from Prong, and we've been talking already. We have a mutual friend in common, or a mutual producer in common, Mr. Chris Collier. People might not know who Chris Collier is, but we've both worked with him in the past. And are you still working with Chris?
Not at the moment, but he produced 3 Prong records, so he's an amazing talent. If you need a record done and you got a lot of money, you gotta go to Chris. Okay? Pay him well.
Pay Chris well.
Right? It was amazing.
He's gonna love you. Like, he's gonna be like, send money to Chris.
Well, he deserves it. But no, it's amazing because with Brocarde, he just posted something about your.
Yeah, because I just released a single a few weeks ago.
Yes,
so,
and I saw it the other day, and like I was unaware that you guys were working together, and I saw it, and I was like, wow, this is cool. And I'm like, she's like, I'm Brocarde. And I'm like, no way. So it's a very crazy synchronicity, weird moment.
Yeah. So I mean, we're here at Wacken, and we're here to celebrate you. I mean, you're performing today. You haven't already been on stage, have you? It's far too early for that. It's far too early for that.
Well, I mean, we're in an early slot. Like we're on it in an hour.
Oh, okay. Cool. And obviously, you've been in the music industry for a long time. And we've talked about the good side. We've talked about the good guys. What's the worst thing that you've encountered in this? Because I find, as a new artist, this industry is a minefield. Like, it's crazy. Like, you will meet some absolute idiots. And then,
oh my God, yes.
And the people that have been in the industry the longest, weirdly, seem to be the loveliest, down-to-earth, willing to do anything.
Well, that's not me. I survived by being a complete curmudgeon, which means just, a grumpy. No. Sometimes you survive, but as far as the worst things, I think it's some of the personalities, some of the people you got to deal with. It attracts people that are almost criminals in a way. So I've been ripped off a lot, man. Like, I'm not going to name anybody, but material stolen, like royalties not being paid, that kind of stuff is ugly. And then there's the other stuff. It's just like, being away from family is kind of a pain in the ass. So, but yeah, I mean, it is a minefield out there.
Don't you think that there's so many, like the thing I struggle with the most, and I'm obviously a new artist, I'm nowhere near, I haven't been here, like in the industry, successful for as long as you, but the thing, there's those huge highs, isn't there, when you've achieved something amazing, you've just done a video or you've just released a single. And then there's like the contrast to that where you're, oh. And I think that's what sends some people crazy.
You're right. That's why you got to somehow, like yesterday we had a really good show, great crowd and everything, but today's a new day. Today could be absolute garbage. So it's like,
I mean, you know
what I mean? Like, so you got to like get that balance where it's like, I always say to my wife, I go, I don't pop corks, which mean like, I don't make these grandiose celebrations about stuff because the higher you go with that, then you're going to go lower. So it's just like, yeah, I was good, like, let's try to stay, I don't, get too crazy.
But you're obviously like super ambitious. You're still here. You're still making music. You obviously love the art of making music and creating and being on stage. And do you have any like huge goals that you want to accomplish? Like,
I do.
You must do.
Well, they got rejuvenated because like I was ready to, like after COVID during that period, I was like out, like, like I have young kids. So I was like, my wife was like, why don't you just stay home with them, like just, and I was like, fine, this is great. Like, it was awesome, and then it was like, phone rings, like, you want to do a tour? I'm like, all right, let's, so it pulled me back in again, like, like, so Godfather 3, like, as soon as I think I'm out, I'm getting pulled back in. So that's been it. Then you get excited, like, we got a new record deal, we just signed with Napalm Records, that's fantastic for Prong, so, I'd like to try to get one big smash anthem again that now I got to try to write it, like put out a new record that's going to be, really strong and hopefully get attention, so that's like what my ambition is now.
Yeah. And of course, obviously, you've just signed to a record label, so you appreciate the benefits of having that machine behind you.
Yeah, I was just talking to the guy last night, like, and he came to the show in Hamburg, and I was like, wow, like I haven't even heard of any of the stuff, like his ideas of what's going on. So like we're doing a live album too, like for the last one for SPV Records, and then we're going to do a new record for Napalm. So.
No, it's pretty cool, and it's cool to still be out there and still, and again, like independent artists, there's pros, there's cons, but you need the big thing really, and it's horrible to be so crass, but you need money to create properly, really, don't you? And even touring and stuff, you need like budget to get out there on the road.
Yeah. No, I have the front money, luckily, I have something, so I could get started, but we weren't on a very like underground level, which is fine, like.
No, you guys are hugely respected in the metal industry. You've achieved a huge amount of success, so.
I don't, like I said, I don't try to pop corks.
Yeah, I'm just doing it for you. I just you're great.
Thank you. I appreciate the accolades. Yeah.
I mean, so I want to ask some kind of creepy, strange questions, because my brand is all about kind of the horror aesthetic and the spiritual side of things, and I do things like I go ghost hunting and all that kind of stuff. Have you ever done anything like that? Do you believe in ghosts or spirits?
I do not believe in ghosts.
He's a cynic, which is fine.
I sort of believe in spirits. I think that there's, they're out there. That's why they call them like, and I'm not going to get all preachy about alcohol and stuff, but I think, like when they say call alcohol spirits, I think like when you get liquor spirits. Liquor. Yeah, like they call it spirits because you attract like these weird evil spirits or something.
That's that way.
But I'm not opposed to drinking. I'm just saying that you can, if you drink too much, then those evil spirits come around. So
if you drink too much, you're like,
it's a ghost. Yeah, you get control.
Or is it the vodka? It's okay.
So, but no, I'm not really much of a paranormal person. But like I live a pretty spiritual life. Like aesthetically, I do.
Yeah, I mean, spirituality means so many different things to so many different people. I mean, you could be talking about religion, you could be talking about beliefs in any kind of number of things, couldn't you?
Gluten and dairy free. That's the.
I'm celiac, so I'm in the gluten-free club.
Okay,
and
yeah.
So I'm with it. I'm with it for necessity because I get ill. But yeah, it's good for your body. It stops you eating. It makes you. Well, sometimes it's really quite boring because you can only have one thing. But
I'm not religious about it, but I mean, like I try these days. But and then or vegan, you know, anything, any. Sometimes it's good to get wrapped up in some kind of aesthetic, like like jogging or like these things like that. Those are, to me, is like sort of spiritual. Anything that's sort of positive for you, rather than like sitting at a bar and drinking all night. You know,
yeah. Because I suppose it's good for your mind, isn't it, to like kind of have that release in some way. And it's better to go for a jog than to go to a bar.
Oh, see, that's another thing I did. I stopped. I've backslid, but I was practicing transcendental meditation for years. So.
Everyone always goes to me because I'm quite, as you can probably tell, I'm quite hyperactive, and my mind I have a million ideas all the time. I want to do this, I want to do this, I'm thinking of this and this and this. And people are like, oh, you should meditate. I can't meditate. I sit there meditating, thinking that I should be meditating.
That's fine, though. That's what's good about like TM is like you just let your mind do everything, and eventually you just get into this state. Like, and if you have the mantra going, then you don't really. You could think about things. It's sort of like a drummer. Like he's playing a hi-hat and he's doing other stuff. Like you can have this mantra going, but you could think about other things at the same time.
Is it for you just sort of channeling your sort of thought into one thing and focusing?
No, it's not that. No, it's not anything.
I probably don't even. This is why I'm so bad at meditating, because I don't even know what I'm meant to be doing.
You have to relinquish your expectations about things. So that's
a life problem, though, isn't it? Relinquish. I'm like new artist energy, so I want to be.
You're maybe not be in that state now.
But I've been through it. Like I've seen the horrible side. I've met all of the douchebags. I've had all the horrible experiences, but I'm still gonna rule the world because you have to believe it. Should achieve nothing. Like if I'm
of course.
My music's wrong, no one's going to listen to that. What's the point if you think no one's going to listen to it? So you've got to have an element of self-belief. But in the age of social media, I mean, do you do social media? I mean, I guess you have to.
I do have to. I must admit, I'm like terrible at it, and
because some people hate that.
It's like I don't know. It's just like it's just something that I just I was not popular as a kid, and like that whole thing is like, hey, me, me. Like it doesn't really attract me to me. I'm like,
it's mad. I used to struggle with it for a long time, and I was just, I don't want to do it. This is about popularity, and like you, I had a terrible time at school. Like I was bullied. This is like a popularity contest all over again, and I don't want any part of it. And then I kind of stuck with it, and I kind of now shut all that out and just focus it as somewhere where I can upload things that I'm proud of, like videos, like
for artists it's cool. It's good to expose It's like the other people. Like I have like one of my wife's girlfriends. Like she had us deceived for years. Like she show pictures of her and her husband and their family. Like I was like, wow, they're really doing well. Like we go for years, and then it's just like, hey, we're getting a divorce. It's just like, what was it like? Oh, he was a complete, he was cheating on me, and like, I hated him, and he's a narcissist. I was like, then why are you posting this stuff for years? Like everything is great, It's like, so the people get weird on Facebook and like social media.
Scary. I could never imagine going onto Facebook or any public platform and declaring my love for, not because I am a cold-hearted, no, I'm joking, but because. Like, it just seems like you're overcompensating. Oh, it's weird. Does the world need to know that? Or like, and it's like you said, it's always those couples that are like, yeah, we love each other well, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, he just cheated on me last week. And it's like, oh, okay.
Now everyone knows, so it's like, why?
Yeah, but it's scary. But it's a part of being an artist. And also the fact that fans can like give you their
That's what
opinion.
I like about it. Now like, we're on tour, and like people say, oh, they saw the show. Like we did a show in New York last weekend, and then it was like, there's people there, oh man, it was great, like, blah, blah, blah. I like to see what the response is. So, then I'll answer, I'll see what's going on. So, that's fun. I like to see what's going on, and you know, like what songs people like to hear, those innocent things, you know.
Yeah,
so,
like for the good, and it's kind of a good marketing tool. You can see what people are responding to,
Yeah,
what
yeah,
people are liking.
sure.
But yeah, obviously that there's a flip side of that where people are like, oh, that last record wasn't as good as the other.
Oh,
one,
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever. Like whatever. I'm making this up. I don't know.
No,
what they would say, but-
yeah. I mean, I try to, yeah. I mean, you get the negative stuff that, you know, like that's what I was saying. Like as a kid, like I was always like, you know, like, I didn't like criticism, and like, you know, I didn't like, you know, not fitting in or whatever. So like now when I hear it now later, it's still like, you know, like you said, that's why people go crazy.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to mention any names, but there's been very successful artists and guys that you thought had this amazing life, and they wound up like committing suicide. So it's like, or you know, drugging themselves to death. And it's like, why are they like that? It's just because of that stuff. Where they're like, oh my God, I thought that was a great record and people don't like it, or blah blah blah. You know, like that last movie role was just like, you know, people were criticizing me. So then they go crazy.
It's scary because it's that artist mentality, isn't it? Because you need that vulnerability to create good work. But then I always feel like it's a bit like you're always wanting sort of to be liked. And that kind of reminds me at school as well. 'Cause I'm, oh, do people like me? And it's like, this is bad. Like, get out of that headspace, because that's a terrible headspace to be in, isn't it? Oh, please like my next song. It's
So I like this. Like I try to, even with my kids, I try to like tell them like, oh, you're doing great. You know, you try to like reinforce. Because back when I grew up, like you never got any positive like from your parents or from anybody. It's like, I went to Catholic school too, so it's like it was always like, you're going to hell. You're terrible. You're just like a rotten kid. Like that's what you heard all your life. So you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
that's why I wound up like this, just playing music and just.
Well, I mean, why not? I mean, it's a creative life is a good life, really. I mean, you can kind of, you don't have to go into an office. You're not stuck behind a desk doing a 9 to 5. Like no one's sort of, you know, dictating your every move.
No, it's 24 hours a day, and it's just like especially when making a record, like you're trying to figure out lyrics, and now you don't have to do that because you get, you know, AI. But it's like, but you know, it's figuring out lyrics, all this stuff. You're staying up at night. It's like, what am I going to do with this song or whatever? So. It's a 24-hour a day job. Yeah. I envy guys like I know dudes that, you know, they're all retired now and like are golfing, and you know, guys I know for years, and they have their pensions, and
really?
You know, like
I just feel like you get these artists and they're like, oh yeah, this is our last tour, this is our last show, and then they'll go away and they'll have the quiet life, and then they're like, oh, we're back. Just one more record, so I guess. Yeah,
I mean, well, that is financial thing. I don't know what it is. I haven't got to that point yet where I thought, no, we were going to like, I was thinking about it. That's why, like, I trust in, like, you know, the art gods or whatever, because I was going to quit, I don't know, a couple of years ago. I was like, you know, like I said, after COVID, everything. And even after that, I was like, you know what, like, you know, I'm not going to do it. And then something comes up. It's just like, you know, another record deal or a tour offer or something.
And it inspires you to keep going.
I keep doing it, so it's like, you know.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of like, look, people believe in this. Why would I give it up?
Yeah, that has a lot to do with it. Yeah,
it's pretty cool. But you mentioned briefly AI, and this thing that fascinates me. I keep talking about this, and I don't know why, because I think we're a long way off where we're going to have AI versions of people on stage. But if it ever got to that stage, how do you feel about that? Would you ever want yourself to be replaced by a sort of humanoid robot or something, or would you just think, look, if there's ever a time I don't want to be on stage, I don't want anyone to see our live show? What's your take?
I don't think that I'm popular enough for that. Like, I don't think anybody would care to go that far as recreating me. They might as well recreate Machine Gun Kelly or somebody popular. Anyway, but it's like, I don't know. I haven't really given it any thought. I just think that there's that one band that's an AI band that it's like it came out and it was like a huge hit, like at least in the States, like I forget the name of them. It's like Full Sunshine Dawn or something. And it was like, even the pictures, everything was all.
I haven't heard about this.
Oh
like,
yeah. No, it's got like 1 billion plays already. And then they said the whole thing was AI generated.
Really? Like
so it's happening already.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, I don't know whether they have the technology to recreate them visually, but that will happen. I think it's probably moving in that direction. Like like even like everyone's profession is sort of in jeopardy a little bit because of, except for plumbers. I don't think they'll be able to.
AI plumbing, yeah. Well, there you go. We can both move into the plumbing industry if we get replaced. But I think that is another scary thing about the internet is I've seen a lot of hugely famous bands. They are like these AI versions of themselves, putting words into their mouth, like endorsing products that they've never even tried. I've seen and heard of it a lot. Someone will use their voice, manipulate it, say, oh, this is the perfume I'm wearing.
Really?
All of that kind of stuff, yeah. And also that thing as well where they're pretending, I'm sure there was one with someone thought that Brad Pitt was sending her messages and it was literally an AI Brad Pitt, sort of with the same voice.
Yeah.
And like all of that, that's scary. Could you imagine? Like literally someone could make you, manipulate you. That's crazy. You can tell now, but when technology advances, could you imagine? That would be mad.
It's closer than you think, I think. I mean, like look what we have now. It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, we're going way off into the orbit of like, conversational here, but it does kind of lead me to think, like, do you believe in like life on Mars, like outer space, aliens?
Yeah, I think somewhere there's probably a higher intelligence. I mean, I think I tend to believe that they've been here a little bit, like they've been, like all that, like you were talking about technological advancements. I always say, well, that's alien technology. I mean, how could you have all these years of people just this brick and mortar industry, and then boom, all of a sudden digital technology happens. It's like that could have been just planted here. That knowledge is just something that I don't know how it was possibly developed by, considering we were talking about the mentality of a lot of people out there. It's just like how could this be created? So I'm amazed that anything gets done. A lot of times. So to be the advancements that we have are just beyond imagination. Like where we have, it's crazy. Satellite technology, everything that we have nowadays. So I think it's alien technology.
Oh, there you go. You think the aliens? Wow. Yeah. I mean, everything's possible, and I love that sort of thought that we don't have all the answers to all this stuff. So why not just be open and I feel like in America, you're ahead of where we are in Europe and in the UK anyway with technology. But I feel like I go over to America a lot, I spend a lot of time over there. And I think the stories and what people see and what people believe, there's so many people in America who are 100% convinced that they have experienced some kind of alien activity. It's always the sort of little green man in the flying saucer. But I don't imagine it to be like that. But I think there's something else out there. There surely has to be. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Well, you're talking about ghosts too, but I mean, a lot of people that say that. I don't know. Like I haven't really. I have met people that have actually said that they have really seen. I've seen weird crafts. Even when I was on an airplane, I saw something. But I'm not sure it was a spaceship. It could have been military or something, but it was crazy. And I've heard a lot of people see those type of things, and then people, crazy meth heads, are always talking about seeing
Yeah, they're always kind of like, ew. But it's kind of funny as well, also the whole Area 51, like you're talking about people seeing lights in the sky. It is a military airbase, so like that could easily be something else, there's an explanation, isn't there?
Yeah, but a lot of pilots in the military have seen things that are inexplicable, so I think they're around.
I think we would be naive to think that it's just us on this. On this planet. I mean, I don't know how advanced. I mean, my mind can't even handle that kind of thought process. But I think there's life out there on other planets. I think, I was talking yesterday, and as a joke, I was like, oh, there could be a whole other Wacken going on in a galaxy far, far away. I mean, you don't know, do you? I mean,
yeah.
Well, I mean, you're about to get on stage. Well, in a few hours' time. What?
No, actually an hour.
Actually, right now. Sorry, I lost track of time. We are literally going through the topics. What can the fans expect to see from your show?
I don't know. It's hard to say. We have like this 2-hour set, and now we're trying to bring it down to one.
Oh.
So 1 hour.
Yeah.
So it's like, are we picking the right song? So I think we're gonna have it's just a mixed bag. Like we'll have some of the classic ones, some fast ones, and then you know, a couple of sing-alongs. So we're just trying to pull all those out of the 2-hour set. Like we're on this tour right now, it's celebrating 31 years of our Cleansing record, which has Snap Your Finger, Snap Your Neck on it, which is probably the song that every, you know, if they know Prong, they know that song. And that's gonna be, we play that tonight. That's the big, but that album, we were on tour with that, like, so we played all those songs from that album, plus like another hour and 15 minutes of material. So we're pulling stuff from that. So we're gonna do Cleansing material, plus a couple of other oldies sing-alongs, and
I mean, what's the one song that you're most proud of? Because
that's the one, Snap Your Finger, Snap Your Neck. Because
yeah,
like if you look at Spotify, that's got 30 million plays, and then the rest of them are like, you know, 2 million. You know,
but some artists don't like their most successful
I do.
song. Well, that's cool because yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't have a career if it wasn't for that song.
Yeah, but you do hear of bands like saying, "I don't want to play my hits on tour." It's like, what? That's what people want to hear, right?
No, I like playing the most popular songs. Like there's this song called "Unfortunately." And the reason why we brought it back, it's kind of challenging to sing and play, but I had to try to learn it was because we're playing it tonight, today. And it's because I was looking at Spotify. Yeah, I'm like, I sound like a retard, like looking at, but I mean, I check it, it's just like, it shows up like, what's the top 10 played songs? So we try to play all those, so, you know.
Yeah. Well,
that wound up on it's been being played, so I was like, oh, let's do that one, you know?
Well, yeah, you're kind of listening to your fans, which I think is like, you know, you're making your fans happy, and in return, they're listening to your music and investing into it. So
yeah, that's the thing. That's about today. You get a mixed bag of people at Wacken. Like a lot of people, it's like, who the hell's Prong? And like, if we, like our fans with the set that we've been playing have been like more than satisfied. So like, we do a couple of deep cuts. But because it was Cleansing, they're B-sides from the Cleansing album. Like that's as far as deep as we go. We're not like going crazy playing songs that nobody knows.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know a lot of songs anyhow. But
no, I think it would be a good set. I mean, if I get out of this booth, I'm going to try and catch a little bit of it. But yeah, my Wacken has been kind of confined to these kind of weird water cabins. It's kind of strange. But yeah, I mean, I guess when you're doing an interview, you have noise everywhere else and people, so yeah, kind of works, I guess.
No, this is fine.
But I mean, thank you so much. I feel like I've taken more than enough of your time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thank you.
But it was so lovely to meet you, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.